Well, folks, we're shortly headed to the Travers for the oldest thoroughbred horse race in the country, and we're looking at the 22 Travers, which I'm going to show here in a minute. But I thought I'd run down the horses that are probable and possible for this race. First off the bat, we've got Forte, who has 7 wins. Forte won at 5 furlongs, 7 furlongs. He won 3 at a mile and a 16th, and he won 2 at a mile and an eighth. And of course, Forte had a minor injury, and he missed the Kentucky Derby and the Preakness. Then we have Mage, who has 2 wins. He won his maiden debut at 7 furlongs, and he won the Kentucky Derby. He was also second in the Haskell Stakes as a warm-up for this race. Then we have Arcangelo, who has 3 wins. Arcangelo won at a mile, he won at a mile and an eighth, and he won the Belmont at a mile and a half. Then we have National Treasure, who has 2 wins. He won at 6.5 furlongs, and then he won the Preakness at a mile and 3/16. Then we've got Tappa Trice, who hasn't done well in the Triple Crown races, but he's got 4 wins. He's got 2 wins at a mile, 1 at a mile and 16th, and 1 at a mile and an eighth, the Kentucky Bluegrass. And then he was third in the Belmont. Then we've got Disarm, who has 2 wins, 1 at 7 furlongs and 1 at a mile and an eighth. Reincarnate, who has 3 wins, 2 at a mile and 1 at a mile and an eighth. And we have Scotland, who has 2 wins, 1 at a mile and 1.16. We have Paddington, who has 2 wins at a mile and an eighth and at a mile and a half. And last but not least, we have Drake's Passage, who has 2 wins at a mile. So anyway, the Travers is coming up here in just over a week, and I thought I would run the 22 Travers race along with the rundown of the 2023 horses that are probably going to run and possibly. Anyway, we hope that all the horses continue training well and that they all stay healthy and make it to the post for the Travers. In any case, without further ado, I'm going to turn it over to the track announcer for the 2022 Travers Stakes.
We are set for the start. And with the huge crowd roaring, they are off in the run-happy Travers Stakes. And Epicenter is up close here. It's Ain't Life Grand. Down at the rail is Cyberknife. Cyberknife and Ain't Life Grand, they are right together, not far behind is Early Voting. Epicenter to his inside, running in fourth. And Arturius is next in fifth. Then comes the Derby winner, Rich Strike, down at the rail and in sixth. Zandon is alongside in the seventh. And at the back is Long Shot, Gilded Age. The opening quarter mile, 23 1/5 seconds. And the leader here is Cyberknife in front by a length. Ain't Life Grand tracking in second. And then we come back to Epicenter, who is down at the rail inside of Early Voting. Those two are heads apart, third and fourth. And then it is Arturius who's racing in fifth position as the field races up the Saratoga backstretch. Down on the inside, it's Cyberknife by a half length. Ain't Life Grand keeps up the pressure there in second. And now Early Voting, the Preakness winner, is getting closer in third. Epicenter is fourth, about 3 lengths from the lead. Then Arturius in fifth, followed at the rail by Rich Strike, then Zandon, and farther back it is Gilded Age. The half mile, 47 3/5 seconds, 3/4 in 1:11 2. And now they begin the run around the far turn. It is still Cyberknife on top here. It's Cyberknife getting away here to lead by 2 lengths. Epicenter now picks up the chase. It's Cyberknife, and here is Epicenter moving well right alongside. Epicenter on the outside of Cyberknife, and there's a quarter of a mile to the finish in the 153rd Run Happy Travers. Here is Epicenter now to take over the lead. Cyberknife is down at the rail and racing in second. Zandon has now moved into third. They pass the 8th pole. It is Epicenter in front, and he is at the top of the 3-year-old class. Epicenter won the Jim Dandy, and he backs it up with a very top-notch finish in the Run Happy Travers. Epicenter was the winner. The 1.25 miles went in 2 minutes and 3/5 seconds.
Well, there you have it. Cyberknife ran a great race. He set a reasonable pace, but Epicenter just proved to be better in the long run. And I think the 2023 Travers is going to be a lot closer. I have to believe Arcangelo, Mage, and Forte will all be they'll be neck and neck at the finish, and I don't really know about the rest of the horses, but Mage hasn't run his best race yet, and Arcangelo he came out of the Belmont in good shape, and of course Forte, unfortunately, he missed the Kentucky Derby and the Preakness. Anyway, this is Laughlin007 signing out. I'll have more on the Travers as time comes, as it gets closer, and we get some actual entries and odds. So be sure to like and subscribe, because I'm going to cover the Travers like a blanket. Thanks for tuning in, and run happy.